Hello Tesla, fellow investor. Oh, if you're not invested in Tesla yet, maybe you are not subscribed to this channel since the summer when I started this channel, because since the very beginning I'm telling to my fellow investors that this stock will go high and higher, and maybe one of the highest stocks that you ever owned, since you are maybe loading up this stock into your portfolio since the last summer. Now, the stock is on the way up to next stop, which is $600 per share. Unbelievable. In the last summer, we had the price of $178. This is just ridiculous. This is well deserved. Tesla short sellers getting grilled, and everything you need to know about the next stop here in this vlog.
Wolf of Dubai.
So thank you for watching another video of the Wolf of Dubai, and there is some couple of news that push the Tesla stock to the next level. Now, we have seen the $500 video that I did here on this channel. We saw the video where I'm predicting a $6,000 broken, and the beauty about it is that the stock with a higher price just to have to go a slower percentage to reach this mark. Now, let's talk about some technicals here. Now, so maybe you know a little bit about charts or stock charts. If you are talking about new highs in stocks, then you probably know that, this can go with good news really far. It's something similar if you are at the casino table and you see there's red coming, red, like 10 times red, and then you think, now this has to go down, this have to come, now it have to go black, but it's not the case. Actually, this can happen with a stock as well, because usually a stock can break out through different patterns, and if the stock is on an all-time high, then you have no barriers, technical barriers that the stock need to go through, and therefore with good news, this ship can go really far. And how far we could see at something like Bitcoin or other, bubbles. And the beauty about Tesla is that through a couple of valuation key metrics like the PEG ratio, you can see that the stock is still quite cheap for a growth stock. It's the same level or even below of a Netflix or an Amazon, and therefore with also delivering numbers, good numbers that we will get in just 7 days, it can go for the up and up. There is a couple of guys that are currently on the Tesla casino table and waiting for the black to come. Now, this short sellers, and this is one of the reasons that the stock went up so much also yesterday, apparently a short seller wanted to put a petition into the transportation authority in the US that Tesla cars accelerate by its own, and wanted that they have to go get back 500,000 cars back to testing and to refurbishment of the software issues. However, Tesla directly reacted and say, no way, we checked the data, we have lots of data on the cars, and this is the beauty about the Tesla cars, that they have so much data on the cars. If you're buying a Tesla cars, it comes with cameras. These cameras can be accessed by Tesla. This will be used for research as well as data collection and to improve the autonomous industry of Tesla. Now, they can and quickly demanded that this will put to an end, and I think this is something that you see how desperate short sellers become to put the stock of Tesla really down as much as possible. And I can imagine that because billions, literally billions of dollars are getting squeezed. And also the second reason, which is yesterday's higher price of the stock, is definitely a further short squeeze. As more this stocks goes up, as more people need to buy the stock to cover their shorts, and this is pushing the price more up and up and up. Every single time we have a bigger jump. So you usually see also a pattern in Tesla stock that the Tesla stock get up at 2-3%, and then some short sellers think, oh no, there's another wave of positive things coming up for the Tesla stock, so the Tesla stock will go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8% up, and this is where the short sellers say, I'm out, I'm buying Tesla stock, and this brings the price over again up, and this is the story of the short sellers. However, let's see how this really works out. I'm very curious when the first big short sellers will announce a further reduction of shorts. I mean, we are waiting for Jim Chanos, we are waiting for David Einhorn or Max Spiegel to say, guys, you know what, it was a fun ride, I lost a lot of money and I'm out. This would be such a big win for Elon Musk. I can't wait to this day. Now, another topic that should push the Tesla further up is a tweet that I just saw that was confirmed by someone who knows someone in Tesla, and they confirmed in just 2 weeks time the first Model Y should be delivered. So this would be a huge surprise because it was not yet confirmed by Tesla. It was long awaited because they say the market for this vehicle is bigger than the Model 3, the Model S and the Model X combined. Okay, so I think with this news just before the earnings, I think I'm really waiting in the earnings and numbers and report that they bring out. They mention companies always mention some highlights of the quarter, and I can't wait to see highlights on the Model Y deliveries, how much they can produce per day in China, how they can improve further production into the US Nevada factory, because these are the key points where we say how big and how fast they can really scale, how much cars are they expected this year. We know that they aim high, and last year they aimed high with 352 400 cars, and they reached 367 500 cars, which was another record that blew everyone away because it was so hard to do, and many skeptics say they will never do it. And if you over deliver, this will be reflected by the stock price in the end as well. Another good reason to further climb for the Tesla stock is obviously if analysts change their mind positively. Now, you have to understand one thing. On Wall Street, there is a big view on which analysts saying what about stocks, because in the end they are employees that analyze and maybe also decide where big institutions put their money. And we have seen over the last couple of years many different analyses, many different prices for the stock price. We have ARK Invest that is saying $4,000 per stock. Then comes a Morgan Stanley analyst who said I think in my bear case scenario the stock will go to $10. In a bull scenario the stock can go to $600. And you can see that opinions were pretty bad about Tesla a couple of months and weeks ago, especially after the Q1 2019. But with time and just lately, we can see more and more of that. And we just got a new analysis yesterday from Mr. Analyst Pierre Ferragu, I hope I spelled the name right, from New Street Research, that said the new stock price target for Tesla stock is increased from $530 to $800, and he believes that in 2021 the stock price should be somewhere between $1,100 and $1,800, because he believes that they will make a couple of million cars in 2025, and this should put the stock somewhere near 2000 range, and the market capitalization at around $250 billion, which would be a dream, but just the beginning to be a quarter of a $1 trillion company that I believe Tesla will get. And because in a stock price, in the end, it's a lot about the product, it's about the management, it's about obviously the execution, but most of the time it's about the future. What's the future about? So the future about is that electrification of cars is real, and traditional car manufacturers trying to catch up, but it's super hard. So we see on Wall Street and in the whole world an autonomous fleet of cars in the future, and also the energy business is claimed by Elon Musk to be later on even the bigger business for Tesla. And there was just one example in Australia, which one part of Australia invested in a Tesla battery that costed somewhere about $38 million, so almost $40 million, and they got the revenue because they put the energy back into the system and sold it $1 million just in a couple of days. So you see the return of investment into energy storing is huge. And once we are all electric and our world needs more energy, and the current grid will be not able to provide this, otherwise we need to invest huge amount of grid. So we need to storage power and to put the power back into the system, and that's why Tesla and the energy business can be the bigger part than producing cars. However, cars obviously have the most interesting lineup. I just released a video as well about the new Tesla model that will become the new made in Tesla that will go around the world, a smaller one, that Model 3. Check out the video and see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching.